We are live. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hi, how are you? All right, we're getting soul shine up here. Hint, hint, Donna. Richard. Oh, there you are. Welcome to Unity Central Oregon. We're not here long, so we can play a little bit because we have a wonderful special guest today on the piano. Yay. So here we're gonna do an old agape tune. I feel the spirit. We don't sing from our seats, we sing from our feet. So stand up, everybody. This is simple. You should know the words after one time. It's I feel the spirit moving in me. It's I feel the spirit moving in me. That's all I got to do. Okay? No excuses. Ready? I feel the spirit moving in. That's all the words. I feel the spirit moving in me. I feel the spirit moving in me. I feel the spirit moving in me. Let's feel the joy. I feel the joy, yeah. Moving in me. Feel the joy moving in me. Feel the joy moving in me. Feel the joy moving in me. Feel the piano. Let's do some piano. Feel the spirit, yeah, moving in me. Feel the spirit moving in me. Feel the spirit moving in me. Yeah, feel the spirit moving in me. Let's do some holy, holy. Let's do holy, holy, holy. Holy, 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 I am. That's all the words you say. Holy, 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 I am. You sing to us. Everybody sing. Sing up more, come on. One more time, sing holy. Good for Soul Shine.
All right. Thank you, Soul Shine. You always get us going with such wonderful chants. Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Jane Hyatt, and I'm going to be the host today. Just mixing it up. I'd like to welcome you to our Wild Soul Sanctuary. So, to me, Today is a celebration of Mother's Day, and we want to honor all of our mothers that are here today, and our mothers that are not here today, the mothers that have passed on to the next world, the mothers that are wherever they are. We honor them all because we all have a mother. We have the mother that brought us into this physical world, and we have the mother that raised us. They're not always the same one. And we have mothers that we want to honor, mothers who maybe wanted to have children but never were able to, or their children didn't make it and they aren't with them anymore. But those mothers still get to be honored. We want to honor all the ways that we mother. A mother is the one that embraces and nurtures and encourages and protects. And if you do those things, you are mothering, whether you're mothering animals or mothering someone else's kids or mothering your friend. It's an energy, and we all get to express that. And we want to honor the dads who are supporting the moms, or maybe they're not the dad, but they're still supporting the moms, all of those folks. So Mother's Day is a day for all of us. It's about energy. And it's especially a day to celebrate our beautiful Mother Earth. So when we talk about a wild soul sanctuary, we are being like the Mother Earth. We are giving space for everybody just as you are. We don't have to get dressed up. I'll never forget this mom who told me about, she had a really difficult childbirth, and the baby came out and his head was all purple and pointed, and she said, and he was so beautiful. And that's how the mother is. The mother loves us as we are, and we love each one of you as you are. We're not asking you to be different. Now, behavior, that's another thing. As you all know, there are certain things your mom didn't tolerate, but that's not the same as embracing you in your essence. So, welcome to this wild soul sanctuary where you don't have to be a certain way to be loved. So we have a mission statement, if you join with me. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. So I also want to acknowledge all of you folks who are online watching us today from wherever in the country you're watching us, or in the world, and whenever you are watching us, because it might not be right now, but time is an illusion anyway. So I want to welcome, we have a guest musician today, Heather Pearson. Heather is here from New Hampshire, and this is her first West Coast tour. So she's a singer, she's a pianist, a songwriter. She plays with blues and folk and jazz, and she's having a concert tonight, which I hope you'll all be able to come to. So let's see, and Sylvia Hayes is with us today, and she's going to be, we have a very, very special ceremony that we're doing in honor of our Mother Earth, and Sylvia is going to lead that with me. So let's see. This chair on the stage, I want to just acknowledge that, and Charlotte brought in some flowers to grace it, but this is for all the folks that can't be here, whether it's your mother, whether it's someone who has passed on, whether it's somebody that you've been trying to get them here for ages and they won't come. This is for them, the people that can't be with us. Let's see. Celebrations. Who has got a celebration today? Sylvia's going to take it around.
On. Is this on? Can you hear me now?
We celebrate technology.
See if we can do this without crying too much. I just want to celebrate the power of prayer. I had a little baby goat that was touch and go and maybe not going to make it, and I received well over a dozen prayers from the prayer team here, just holding me and my baby goat and the whole situation in prayer, and it was so powerful for me. It gave me the faith to keep working and to be patient with this little guy, and now he's doing great.
Oh, yay. It's a good reminder to honor the animal mothers as well.
I'm celebrating friendship. We just got back Tuesday night from our trip to Europe, and while we were gone, our water main broke, and we got home Tuesday night with no water. And I want to celebrate Lauren Schechter, who took us in and gave us a shower and a bed. Bless you for that. And also Dan Stevenson, who was around to help us through this process, and Jonathan Murders from the Montessori school there, and the people across the street who let us shower there and let us use their water to flush our toilets. And I'm just grateful for friendship today.
Oh, nice.
Hi, I want to celebrate a lovely 3-week vacation in Southern California and the fact that I made it out alive. But I mostly spent it in San Diego and Santa Barbara and out in the desert. It was wonderful with my sisters.
Yesterday I attended the Rewilding Oregon Day out at the Metolius, and there were about 160, 170 people. We talked about cougars and bears and wolves and no tigers, but coyotes, and how to live with the wild world. And we learned a lot about stream restoration and trees that I love. And anyway, they're going to start this as an annual event. And we had so many environmental organizations there. It was really powerful and so much fun to commune with people of like mind. So
That's beautiful.
Good morning. I am celebrating my daughter Jessica, who graduated from college last Saturday.
Yay!
I'm celebrating the mom that got her there. That's awesome.
Hi, I am Zoom hosting this morning. So hi all you lovely people online. And Dan Stevenson had a celebration. And I need my dang glasses now to read my computer. Celebrating all of our amazing moms who hold together the fabric of our families and loving community. So we're going to get lots of good. And I am celebrating personally coming back from an amazing, amazing trip to Peru. And our 2 boys came with us on the trip, and we took a group, and it was amazing. We're going to try and put together some pictures and stuff to share. So,
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm celebrating having the Kubotas back in the building.
Hi, I'm celebrating a recent trip to the Bay Area where my brother turned 60 and we all got together for a party for him. I have 7 siblings, and we realized this was the first time that we had all been in the same place for probably at least 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So it was really special.
I want to celebrate also, to Carol's point, the power of prayer. Like many of us in, quote, the sandwich generation, I've been dealing with an elderly mom and getting her relocated, and I just want to report back, say thank you for the prayer. And my mom is now up near my little brother. She's doing great. So that part of it just went better than I could have really imagined.
Oh, great.
Hi, I'm Jim, and I'm celebrating my daughter who went up to Big Fork, Montana. I took her up there, and she entered the Spartan race. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's 10 miles, and it's got 25 obstacles, and it happened to be 49 degrees, raining like crazy, mud everywhere, and people were slipping and sliding up in the 1,700-foot elevation gain, and people's shoes were popping off in the mud, and they were having to go back and try to suck them out of the mud. It was horrible. But she came in second place in the over 60 category. She was a champion. I was glad to be there with her.
Well, this is convenient because we're sitting next to each other. I was going to celebrate the return of Joanne and Jim, who are among us today after being gone for quite a while. And yeah, it's great to have them back, as well as the Kubotas. Yeah, it's great to have you guys back. My wife Lorraine was on the trip to Peru with them, and it was an amazing experience. She said it was the best birthday she's ever experienced. And yeah, she'll be back tomorrow. Okay.
Following on obstacle courses and in light of Council of All Beings, I have to celebrate my little dog, Olive. We had another agility trial the last couple days, and she's by far the youngest dog running at the advanced level, and she rocked it. I mean, she won a bunch of stuff. I did great. My knees are doing great. My knees are catching up to her, but she just, by the fourth or fifth event of the day, she's exhausted, and still, when it's time, she jumps up, she smiles at everybody, and gives it her best.
Hi, everybody. I'm celebrating our anniversary. My wife and I celebrated 4 years on Thursday. We had a wonderful day. We took Friday off, and we were driving through Madras. I saw the old Grange that I took dance classes in. We stopped there at the bakery, and they gave us free food. And then we went to the Warm Springs Museum, which we wanted to do, and they had one exhibit down, so we got in for free. And then we ate this wonderful lunch, and I love this sauce. And they said, oh, you like it? Here. They gave us some to take home. It just was one of those days where it just kind of just, all things aligned for us. It was a really wonderful day.
Beautiful.
Okay, so yesterday, I'm on the VegNet Bend board, and we hosted a potluck, and at the beginning there's like nobody showing up, and then all of a sudden there were over 20 people, but the miracle was we were kind of kicked out of the other room. There was a glitch in the schedule, and there was exactly enough people and enough tables and enough chairs. And Lisa Kettle, if you don't know her, you can ask me about her. She's an amazing nurse practitioner. She spoke, and Stephen Burke spoke about mindfulness. It was really powerful. So I kept on patting myself on the back all day. It felt really good. But the other thing I want to celebrate, one day I'll tell you my father and my mother's story, but it's not right now. I want to celebrate my mother, Flora. I only had her for 12 years, but she inoculated me with so much love that the person that I show up of, when I'm hugging you, that's Flora's energy. She was an amazing, amazing woman who didn't get to see a lot of life, but I'm really, really grateful for her. So there's a picture of her on the back table.
I want to celebrate. Jim and I had our 37th year wedding anniversary. Yes. You were there. You were there. So, yeah, 37 years, and it was great.
Do you get the Purple Heart for that, Joanne?
That's awesome. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to say, Ho Matakuiaksen means all my relations in Lakota. I am celebrating 32 years plus of walking the Red Road, in particular the Lakota tradition. I have a good Sweat Lodge brother over there named Forrest, who I love dearly. Today, I'm also celebrating my mama, Agnes Catherine Mack Chase. She's been gone, it'll be 20 years the end of July. And I'm grateful for her love and support and raising two beautiful children. And she did a great job in the middle of some crazy times in our house, and she held her own, and she worked through some things. And I'm just very grateful that I get to think about her. And when we came in the parking lot today, there was a nice red-tailed hawk going right above us, and that's one of my medicine totems. So it's a good day. And then I walked the labyrinth, so I'm grateful, and I encourage everybody to walk the labyrinth. It's absolutely beautiful out there. And I saw a groundhog. So it's a very full day in the neighborhood. So thank you. I love you all. Home and talk best.
Good gracious, it's only 20 after 10.
All right.
Are we
So
good?
let's also add an Earth celebration. So trends now suggest that human population will peak sooner and lower than expected, reaching approximately 8.8 billion by 2050 and falling rapidly after that. This is largely due to improved educational and birth control access for women. All right. So let's have some announcements. The first one is there's no sound bath this week because we are having a concert, the Heather Pearson Duo. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, I hope you will do that and come support this wonderful musician. That will be tonight at 6 o'clock. Let's see. The next, so just a little bit more about the show. It will include original and familiar folk and jazz songs with Heather. She plays piano, melodica, vocals and guitar, and Sean Nadeau on bass and harmony vocals. And they're an amazing duo. So, get the word out to your friends as well, so that because it's wonderful when you bring people into this space, they catch the vibe, even though it's not a Sunday service, and you never know what will come next. The next announcement is For the Love of Laundry and the Earth. This is a new project that we have going on, and we need 5 volunteers every week to wash laundry for our houseless guests and then return it to the lighthouse. What we found out is that people were sending their laundry to the landfill when it got so dirty that it was no longer wearable. And that's so against everything that we stand for in terms of environmental care. And so we realized, well, here's a place we can step in. And we're just, for now, asking for 5 volunteers, but there's a lot more need. It would be great to have more. And what I have found, because I've done it we've done it 2 weeks, and I've done it each time, and it's such an amazing spiritual practice, because I get to look at the places where I fall into judgment. It's easy to think about people who don't have homes and feel sympathy for them, or think, feel outrage at our society. It's all of that. But when it comes down to just laundry, and the laundry is really dirty, and it smells, and I have all these judgments, and it helps me to be humble and say, I'm not too, enlightened to do some laundry. This is something I can do. And so I would offer that to all of you, to take a turn to just wash some laundry. So I need 5 volunteers for today. I'm going to do 1, but I need some more. Okay, so over here, Serenity. Liam, you're going to handle that. Thank you. And Mary and Sylvia, that's 3. And Karen, that's 4. Not to Shepherd's House, it's to the Lighthouse, and that's over by Wilson, so easy for you to, yeah. And you want to do 1 too? All right. They're out there. They bring them in the morning, and so if somebody, usually I think they're put in the office, so you can go in the office and just grab a bag. Thank you so much for doing that. The men's group meets this Monday at 6 p.m., and there is a new parenting group that is forming. And if you're a parent and you'd like to be part of that, you can text to join it. So this is a pretty cool story. It's one of our new members, and she said to me she would like to get a parenting group going, and she lives in the Miami area, this new member. And so obviously it has to be online. And so I said, yeah, go for it. And so I texted a bunch of parents that I knew, and I said, if you're interested, let her know. Within 4 hours, there were 8 people interested in the spirit group. And now there are at least 11. And so there are going to probably be a couple of times that it meets, and they're doing it on WhatsApp and just all younger generation techie stuff. So if you're interested, you can text that number. It's also in the newsletter. You can see me, and I'll connect you any of those ways. Let's see. Spiritual economics. Our Sylvia is doing this class on creating a world that works for all beings, and that's this Wednesday at 5 o'clock. She is an amazing teacher, and this is a subject that's so dear to her heart, so it will be a wonderful workshop. On Saturday at 6:30, it's time to play Poetry Jam, so with Donna and William. And then next Sunday is Sylvia's ordination and celebration. And it's going to be super special. I'm not giving any details out because I want her to be surprised, but yeah. My goal is to make her cry. It's going to move her. You have in front of you, you have these forms. A couple of people have talked about the power of prayer. Prayer makes it better, whatever it is. Claim what you want. Claim what you want. Don't tell us the sad story of what's wrong, because that's not what you want. Claim what you want. And put this in the basket and let our prayer team pray with you. We are going to incorporate prayer into the ceremony today as well as meditation, so we're not going to do that separate. But what we are going to do right now is have a beautiful story. It's a children's story with a message that we can all benefit from. So let's let that run. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the light and the darkness and the waters and the land and the trees and the plains and the sun and the moon and the stars and the fish in the waters and the birds in the sky and all the wild creatures upon the earth. And God created the plants, not the plains. And God saw that it was good. But something was missing. And God said, let us make humans in our image, after our likeness. All the animals heard the words of God, and they gathered together in the sunshine among the trees and the plants and all that God had created. Are you speaking to us? They said. And God said, yes, I am speaking to all that I have created. Man and woman shall be a part of nature, like each of you. And nature shall also be a part of them. Let us give our gifts to woman and to man, for in our image will I make them. The sun and the moon and the stars sparkled with excitement. The waters shimmered and the earth quivered with anticipation. The birth of humankind. The animals were especially excited to be included in this important moment. They each thought about which gift they could give so they would always be connected to man and to woman. Make them brave, said the tiger. Make them gentle, said the lamb. Make them loud, roared the lion. Make them quiet, hushed the clam. Make them small, said the ant. Make them large, said the whale. Make them fast, snapped the cheetah. Make them slow, drawled the snail. Make them lazy, yawned the lizard. Keep them busy, buzzed the bee. Then the swan spoke very softly. Make them graceful, just like me. One after another, all of the animals shared their ideas for how to make man and woman in their image. The chimpanzee chattered, let them always be curious. The ostrich bent low, let them mind their own business. The giraffe simply smiled as it held its head high. Let them swim, said the fish. The birds chirped, let them fly. And God said, they'll have to figure that one out for themselves. The eagle said, let them soar on wings. And the nightingale sang, give them voices that sing. Have we forgotten anything? Asked the elephant. Good hearing, said the owl. Good vision, said the hawk. Playfulness, laughed the dolphin. Good appetite, gulped the shark. All of creation became involved, offering their gifts to humankind. The moon spoke, give them guidance. The sun shone, give them warmth. The stars sparkled, give them wonder. The trees stood tall, give them strength. God thanked all of creation for their gifts, and God said, behold, woman and man shall fill the earth and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the air and over every living thing that creeps upon the earth. And all the animals gasped and fled in fright and hid behind the shivering trees. What will become of us, they cried. God calmed them down and said, do not be afraid, for I will create man and woman in my image, after my likeness. Woman and man shall be partners with me to care for you and all the world. In addition to your gifts, I will give them the gifts of goodness and kindness and love. I will bless them with the ability to understand and to reason, so they can choose between right and wrong. Just as you gave to them, they will give to you. The animals were no longer afraid. They came out from their hiding places and waited to see what God would create. And all of nature waited to see its reflection. It was time. A mist appeared and watered the ground. Out of the dust of the earth and with the breath of life, God created man and woman. In the image of God and in the image of all nature, God created them, and nature lived in humankind. And God saw that it was very good. So Heather, would you like to grace us with a song?
Welcoming and loving and kind community. And I want to first share with you a song that I wrote many years ago that I've been thinking about the last couple of days. It's not usually this hot here, is it? I'm told that it's not usually quite so summer-like this time of year. Oh, yes. The reason I bring it up is because here I am on this tour of the West Coast, and I'm feeling tempted to complain. What is there to complain about? It's so beautiful, and I'm here sharing music and songs and myself. And so I've been thinking about this song that I wrote to remind myself I'm lucky that I get to complain about anything, right? Old man went to Seeds wait to grow, how do they know? It's anyone's guess. The rains in April become the flowers in the spring. The world wakes up and every creature with a voice starts to sing. I try not to complain every time it starts to rain, and instead remember all the goodness that it brings. 'Cause isn't it a miracle to be alive? To feel that spark of passion along your spine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. But the springtime rains can be so cold, so I try not to hit those frogs as they jump out in the road. I pray that they might find a safer place and kind around the next turn. If I may be so bold to say, isn't it a miracle to be alive? To feel that spark of passion along your spine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. And then summer's long hot days will give way to fall, and slowly paint a picture on the forest so tall. In a slumber so deep, Mother Earth goes back to sleep. Isn't it amazing that she wakes up at all? Oh, isn't it a miracle to be alive? To feel that spark of passion along your spine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine.
So now you'll have to get your tickets, right? All right. So I'm going to introduce Sylvia Hayes. Next week, she will officially be Reverend Sylvia Hayes, but she already is in spirit, this wonderful minister with a ministry to the earth and to all of us to help us care for the earth more fully, to embody what we saw in that story. And so this ceremony is something that was created by Joanna Macy, who a lot of you know of her, and it's something that they did at Unity Worldwide Convention a year ago, and Sylvia participated in that, and so now she's bringing it to us. And it's a little different than if you're here for the first time. This is not our normal service, but it's going to be very powerful, and I hope that you'll all feel interested in participating in it, including those of you who are online. So, Sylvia.
And I was thinking I get to be irreverent still. That's more my style, I think.
Yeah, so this is a ceremony that really is about helping us tap into oneness and interconnectedness with all of nature, and the fact that nature is a part of us, and we are a part of nature, not apart from anything. So that's what we're going to do, and I just want to. I also want to address. We're living in a time when eco-grief is very, very common, probably almost universal for many, the majority of humans. You can't really be alive as a human right now without addressing the challenge of being in a time when damage is very evident in so many aspects of nature. And that can be an uncomfortable topic, but there's a lot of research into this now that shows it's actually helpful to us to have it expressed and to really know that eco-grief is a thing, that it's being recognized, and when we're feeling it, we're not alone feeling it. And I believe it's part of what is going to move us, evolve us into a place where we as humans do remember that we are good. And our interconnection with the rest of nature is good and as it's meant to be. So sometimes in this ceremony, that grief will come up, and that's okay. This is a safe space for it, and we'll just deal with that as we go along.
Yeah. I want to add something too with when you talk about how there's eco-grief. It can go to the point of paralysis, where we believe that it's already too late. Climate change has happened, and we're done for, and it's just a matter of time. And that's not helpful. And I'm reading this wonderful new book called You Matter More Than You Know. And it's about the quantum world and how we need to change how we think about the whole climate situation, because the Newtonian mechanistic worldview, which is what we have been living in, says that things are discrete parts. So we are separate from nature, that's one, and also there's things happen in a linear mechanical way. But the quantum world says it's all entangled. And time moves backwards as well as forward. And we are part of everything. And so from a quantum perspective, we are the earth. And there may be ways that as we change our attitudes, we can shift things, ways that we haven't thought of yet. So I'm going to encourage you all to, Unity teaches that there is always infinite possibilities, right? And so let's hold that knowing and not give in to what appears to be limited. That thinking is critical.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for speaking that into this, for sure. That's why I do what I do, because I do truly believe we can view this, and we can ensure that this time is actually a portal. It's an evolutionary step for all of nature, of which we are part. So how this process, subject to evolve as Jane and I get to riffing, but how we're planning that this process will work is that we're going to, and it's going to be a bit of a guided meditation. We'll invite everyone to get into a meditative space and release your identity in your human form and allow a non-human being to speak up into you, to come into your awareness and into your consciousness. And there'll be a few questions that we'll offer to help you kind of commune with whatever this creature may be. And it might be, I really encourage folks, don't go, ooh, that's too weird, let's get another one. Whatever speaks in, and it can be a plant or a bug or a glamorous species or a mountain or a marsh or any aspect of nature. And we'll give a few questions for you to think about and open up to this being. And then we're going to invite you to get into small groups and just share what came up for a few minutes. And we'll try to keep track of time and whatnot. And if anyone doesn't want to group up, that's no harm, no foul. But in my experience, it's really pretty rich and profound to be able to share this. And then after some time in small groups, we're just going to come back into a large group and do popcorn. Whoever wants to share what came up for them in their group or for them personally. That work? That
And I want to just say something about the meditation, because some people have a challenge with visualizing. And if you are one of those people, using your hands is very helpful. So you're closing your eyes and Sylvia's leading you and saying, oh, and you see this or you smell that and you're getting nothing. Put your hands out and imagine whatever it is right in front of you. And just keep doing this. All eyes are closed. Nobody will see you looking weird. But
we wouldn't
you know
care
how,
anyway.
because it's a wild soul sanctuary, and we're okay with people who sit there like this. But what that does is, it's just like when you're, oh, what was the name of that book? You know, you do this thing, and then the name pops into your mind. Now, why is that? There is some kinesthetic connection. And so, as you do this, you may find, oh, I'm feeling fur, or, oh, I'm feeling pebbles, or whatever it might be. Just go with whatever comes to you. Don't second guess yourself.
All right, cool. So let's move forward. This is basically a celebration of the greatest mother of all, right? Mother Earth. So here we are with that. So I just invite everyone to go ahead and feet on the floor and close your eyes. And I will say, for those of you online, Claire is going to be posting the questions that I'm speaking into the group, so you can participate that way too. We'd love to have that. And then also, if you want to share back into the circle when we come back into large group, we'd love to hear that. So take a moment and let these bodies relax. Let this mind still. Become aware of Earth's energy beneath and all around us. We feel our connection to the heart of the planet itself. That energy moves right up through the rock and soil and layers of water, through the foundation of this building, through the floor, our shoes, into our beings. We are inextricably connected to this umbilical cord with Earth. Let your awareness touch on this web of creation, this absolute quantum level of connectedness that is indeed the web of all life, that is vibrating, that we are inextricably connected to. And allow awareness to expand out, far out into that web, into the allness that is life. And in the quiet, just notice. We're going to sit in the quiet for a minute or so, no speaking, and just notice if an entity, a being, comes into your awareness. Now ask this being to help you understand what it's like to be that form, to be that particular expression of life. What powers does that unique form have? What strengths? What perspective or unique view, unique sensory experience might that being have? Ask them to share. What are the relationships and the connections that are vital to this being? What does it have to share with you about its interconnectedness? The relationships that nourish this entity and that this entity nourishes. Ask this being what disruptions or difficulties it may be experiencing in the world right now. The challenges. What would this entity like to share with humans that can help nourish those relationships? What wisdom, what insights can this non-human being share with humanity? We'll just take a couple of minutes of silence now. Let your imaginations and your communications go deep. as we get ready to come back into awareness of our present location, give thanks. Give thanks to this entity. Thanks for what they provide. Thanks for their magnificence just in being. Thanks for appearing to you today. We lovingly send them on their way and return our awareness to this building, to these bodies we inhabit, to these chairs we're sitting in. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, in these next minutes, let's get into small groups, 3 or 4 maybe, whatever seems cool to you, however best we can do that in the way the chairs are arranged. And this is a time in the council not to speak of, hi, I'm Sylvia and I experienced hummingbird, and this is, I am hummingbird. And then share what it was that came through to you. I am rattlesnake, and here's the good that I do. Here is the challenges that I'm facing. I am frog. Here's what I have to teach humans. Like that, and I'll repeat these questions a couple of times, but basically speak. A lot of indigenous traditions, Al could probably speak to this, they actually include in their governance bodies councils that represent non-human beings, that speak for them, so that those entities, it can be the waters, whatever, their well-being is put in the decision-making process. That's kind of what this is about. Does that make sense? All right, pick your partners. Let's go. Go be wild animals in the Wild Soul Sanctuary. Are we still going? Okay, 1 more minute. We're still going. Carol Fox, are you crying? Are you crying? Are you crying? Okay. All right, folks. All right, let's come back into human perspective. It's like herding a bunch of wild polecats. Does anyone just want to share anything that came through, or an insight, or it's just a raise your hands and popcorn style sharing?
We had a beautiful, are we on? There we go. We had a beautiful share with our online group, and so I'll just briefly go through. We had one woman who, the peacock, she was the peacock. And she said she just looked back and saw her beautiful tail and then saw it dragging through some poop at the far, and reminding about how everything can be beautiful, but yet there's always some poop that kind of sometimes gets stuck to us, right? So I thought that was pretty awesome. Another woman, she originally thought of the ocean and how many creatures are dependent on her. Everyone having an honoring that they need to take care of the ocean so that the ocean can provide. And then she went and she became a zebra and was reminded that zebras, I want to gallop. I will need space to be free because I need space to run. And so give me that freedom. Give me the space to do that. Another woman was a sunflower, and she said, I need to be fed so that I can feed the blue jays, so that I can feed others. So that was a beautiful reminder of how when we get fed, then we can provide and feed others. Another was a beaver. It's the steward of the river to allow it to grow, create wetlands so we can feed the salmon and help prevent climate change. And then for me, it was rain is what came to me.
Cool.
And we had a beautiful rain experience in Peru, and then of course rain, water, and all the different variations of water. And then it reminded me we got to visit a small village at 14,000 feet in the Andes, and our guide has a nonprofit that Kevin and I contribute to, and this family showed us the beautiful well that we had helped contribute and provide their families so that they have clean drinking water. So that was really beautiful.
Awesome. In the back.
Hi. The whole time, all I got was this beautiful, like, babbling brook kind of stream-like thing, but it felt rushing and almost scary. It's weird. And I was on this wet rock, so I was feeling uneasy the whole time. Because this wet rock water. Then I realized, which I've never been before, I've been like a little like lynxy, jaguar-y cat type of thing, but with really big paws, because I was getting fish easily.
Cool.
But it was more to me about having a place of safety and a place to be and belong, I guess. That's what I felt really more the comfort is. It might be rushing around you, but you're on this rock and you're good. So that's really what I got from it.
Cool. Sounds like Gollum.
Gollum. Anyone else?
Right here.
I am Fox. People think I'm very smart. That's not all. I draw my intelligence from all that is. And so do you. But you often are cut off from it. You think that just having a smart brain is the most important. I'm smart, but I use my instincts connected to all of nature that can outsmart the smartest of man who just uses his limited intelligence. But you have so much more available to you than I have. You have imagination. You have ability to envision. If you use that, then we will all thrive.
Beautiful, Lawrence.
I guess I'm being volunteered to speak. Oh, shucks. Not my favorite place or anything. I am Ant. I work collaboratively in a group for the greater good. I collect on my own, but I collect for all. We share what we find. Some of us are stronger than others and collect more than others, yet we all share equally.
Beautiful.
I am wind. I connect all of nature, all beings, mountains, plains, plants, all the animals, all the beings. And I nourish and caress all of them. Sometimes with gentle breezes, sometimes with harder, more force. I am tuned into humans and all of nature, all beings, and into the thoughts and the feelings that are transmitted. I pick those up and I reflect them. I reflect them in sometimes what humans perceive as destructive. So I am a carrier and a connector and embrace all and carry messages when beings know how to tune in and listen or feel. I carry messages.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so inspired. Okay. I am cloud. I rise above all, and I also lay low. I evaporate into the nothingness from which I came. I love my fellow clouds. We travel together with the wind, and sometimes we just disappear because it's too much. We are challenged by the toxins that fly up to us. We are challenged by the weathers that blow us places that we don't necessarily want to go. I am cloud who loves to spread my moisture and rain and beauty. I am cloud who, when you look up at the sky, I become mermaid, I become dolphin, I become lion, I become anything that your imagination allows you to imagine. I am cloud, and I would love to really travel the earth, spreading the seeds of love and peace that the whole earth awakens to its beauty.
Oh.
I'm a brand new foal. I'm a week old, and I am filled with joy, and I have a wonderful mother who watches over me, protects me, feeds me, nurtures me, and I am looking forward to this long, long life I'm going to have, and am celebrating the joy that I have right now.
Beautiful.
Well, guess what? I'm a rainbow trout. No
Always
surprise
knew you were a
there.
little fishy.
I live in the Metolius, and I am very grateful for my home. I have beautiful vegetation that hangs over my head, and I get to watch the bugs crawl on that vegetation and feed me. I watch them on the sandy and rocky bottom crawling along and providing my next meal. I love the cold water, and I love the oxygen that's being flushed into the water all the time. And I see the fishermen going by, and I don't always cooperate with them. And I'm glad they're using barbless hooks, because it gives me a chance, if I get hooked, I can live again. And I have a message for everybody up there. We need clean, cold, clear, healthy water for all of us on this planet. Thanks.
Aho. So I think that we probably need to pause now, but I hope that when we gather after the service, you will, instead of doing normal chit-chat, you will ask, who is the being that you represent? And you'll get to share a little more. It was fun in the groups, wasn't it, to share that? So please extend that, and consider coming Saturday to the poetry event with a poem about whatever it was that you represent. Okay? So,
Can I just also say
yes.
thank you for playing with me, for allowing me to bring this and being so cool about it. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sylvia, for bringing that to us. That was really powerful and beautiful. So, let's see, where are we? Is anybody here for the first time today? Would you just, Heather, welcome. Oh, back there too? Great, thank you so much for coming. There is a little blue card in the pocket in front of you, and if you'd like to fill that out, that puts you on our email list, and we send out a newsletter by email every week. And if you fill in your phone number, we do a text reminder of the service and some important events like the concert or whatever, and it just keeps you in the loop. Yeah. So Heather, would you like to do a song for us right now? Thank you.
I had a different song selected, and then we just had this beautiful ceremony, so I want to share this one instead. In the air I hear the whispers of the promise that every life holds. In the water I feel the movement that dares me to rise up and be bold. In the fire I sense a yearning to listen and answer the call. And all the while, the earth is holding us all. In the air I hear the whisper of the promise that every life holds. In the water I feel the movement that dares me to rise up and be bold. In the fire I sense a yearning to listen and answer the call. And all the while, the earth is holding us all. And all the while, the earth is holding
This is our time of giving now. And I loved what Nate said about ant and how it's a collective. Sil had the same thing with bee. That there's a collective consciousness. And if it's important to you that there be a wild soul sanctuary where spirituality comes in the form that feels innate, if it's important to you that there is a place that has a mission to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness, then please support that with your money. Your money is a form of energy. Your money is what allows it to flourish and allows us to nourish a wider circle than this room. So please take your offerings in your hand, whether you're doing it online, through texting, whether you do it monthly and this is not the day that you do it, however you do it. Let's hold this energy now. And we bless these empty baskets that represent possibility. And you and I are that possibility. It is our energy that makes a difference in this world. Giving is a privilege. Allow it to be so as you give now.
Gratitude in my heart, I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you.
Muchas gracias.
I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Mahalo. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Let's bless these offerings together. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. All right. I'd like to invite our prayer leaders who are here today to come up right now. And Dave is one, and Donna is one. So all of these prayer leaders are available after the service, and Kevin is one as well. They're available after the service for one-on-one prayer. And so if there's anything going on in your life that you want someone else to affirm with you, please come up and join them for that. Prayer is so powerful. And remember to put if you didn't remember to do that, you can still give it to one of us, and it's not too late to get it prayed for. Please remember, if you volunteered to take laundry, remember to get that. If you're online, please stay after and socialize on Zoom. And if you didn't share your entity already that you represented, please do that online. And stay for food. So, did I forget anything? The prayer of intention. This is how we go forth into the week. We do it with intention that all the good that we have experienced here, we take with us. So let's say it together. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. Thank you for being here. See you next week.